Guys, now it's time for us to teach you one or two things.
Yeah, one or two.
One or two.
Run out.
It is the rainy season in Nigeria, and it's important to know just how to stay safe and healthy this period. It is the season of muddy waters, unnecessary traffic caused by rain, road accidents, power breakdowns, difficulty going out, sore throat, cold, catarrh, flu, just to mention a few things. And this wet weather can also cause quite a lot of trouble, especially if you're not prepared in advance. The rainy season brings its favors too, like cool weather, you know, and now socially acceptable reason to wear turtlenecks and sweatshirts. For those of you who always complain about the heat, those ones you have in your closet for a while now, and maybe just the feeling of being cozy. Therefore, if you really want to enjoy this time of the year without facing any unfortunate incidents, here are 5 ways to get through the rainy season. Why? This is Daily Top 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, watch me.
So the first tip is to drive slowly and carefully. Road accidents are very common during this season, which is why when driving, you need to practice extreme caution in this weather. Since wet roads can become rather slippery, it is advised to avoid speeding and tailgating, which means closely following the car in front of you. If the vehicle behind you is too close, make sure to put some distance between your car and the one behind. Avoid making any sudden turns as well, and turn on your headlights so that your car is visible despite the heavy downpour. Moreover, be wary of motorcycles while it's raining, as they tend to slip and fall rather easily on wet roads. And if you drive a car, be careful of bikers around you. Don't forget to check your fuel, brakes, tires, and wipers before going out in such weather as well.
Okay, I think these are all things that even on a normal day, you should actually pay attention to. All of this simply so that you can avoid singing, "You don't eat my car." Because you know the people that just drive recklessly, even on a normal day. So it's even worse when it's rainy season. Because at the end of the day, sometimes, and another, even your tires, especially. So if you know your tires have become smooth, you're probably not going to have grip again.
Of
so
course.
even when it's raining, it's now going to make it worse. You don't want your car slipping, and you don't want to press brake. I mean, your leg is on brake, but cars still they go.
But you know that's your nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, the roads are slippery.
Yeah, it's really slippery. So let's just be very careful, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So let's talk about the second one. Have your rain gear. By this, I mean, bring out your rain gear, which consists of your good umbrellas, a raincoat, and boots, shower caps, and rubber shoes covers, because they would come in handy. Yes, you might be worried about cramping up your style, but unfortunately, the rain doesn't care about that much. So you'll just have to find a way to make it all work, as these habits will keep you from falling sick and also help you protect your valuable items, such as your mobile phone, wallet, and cart, from getting wet during the downpour. It's also advisable to carry your belongings in small plastic pouches during the rainy season, so that even if you're caught in a shower, you won't have to worry about water getting into your handbag or backpack and ruining your things.
So for this one, yes, what he meant by good umbrella is that always check your umbrella to make sure there are no holes, because you might not have used it since the last rainy season, and then it's suddenly raining and you just go out and then you put it on and there are holes in it already.
Apart from holes, you know those iron stuff?
That might have broken.
They might have broken, and it could just be anything.
Anything. So just always be prepared. Be prepared, okay? So you don't get drenched. All right, so before I give you the next one, we will be going on this commercial break. And when we do get back, Daily Top 5 still continues. It's still Daily Top 5 on ESplash, and we're giving you 5 ways to stay safe and healthy this rainy season. So it's time to find out what's at number 3. And here we go. Avoid touching electric wires or poles. One of the most important safety tips for the rainy season is to stay away from electric wires, especially the ones that have either fallen from heavy rain or are dangling dangerously from the pole, about to fall off. Although a lot of people don't realize it, these wires are mostly still live, and stepping on or touching those can lead to electrocution. Moreover, do not park your car or your vehicle directly under power lines or next to utility poles during the rainy season. It is also recommended to avoid ringing people's doorbells when it's raining heavily, particularly if the bell isn't covered by some sort of shade and is exposed to water.
Let me tell you one of the things that I have phobia for. I even hate on a normal day, whether it is rainy season or it is not rainy season. I don't like to, you know, some streets in Lagos where you have all the wires and they're like coming down. So sometimes people just look at me like, when they can see that I'm shaking when I'm there, and I'm like, should I stop? And they're like, no, it is harmless. See, I don't like it. Why are those things looking like that? Why are they dangling? Why are they like that? Why are they? Because I heard a story before. Somebody parked their car and a wire fell on it. And thank God nobody was there. It couldn't even move the car because, yes, that means if you enter the car, you're going to get electrocuted.
Once
You cannot even touch it.
So you can't even do it. So he left the car there and waited for days for them to get everything sorted before he could move his car. So you can imagine, and I'm like, thank God. What if somebody just parked there and the person was still inside the car?
See, this particular one is something my mom always says, like in front of our house, you know, normal wire, the whole arrangement. It's not dangling, no. But my mother will say, Auntie, go and repark that car, make sure it's not under the wire. You move, even if you are almost on the road, she'll tell you move. Because anything can happen. We don't pray for tragedy or anything, but anything can happen at any time.
Righty. Lock windows, fix leakages, and clean drainages. You hear? Okay. This safety tip for the rainy season goes without saying. Apart from making sure mosquitoes and other bugs don't invade your space during the rainy season, you also need to make sure your windows can be closed all the way to avoid water from entering your home during heavy rainfall. Aside from the raindrops raining your wall, paint and flooring, water can also enter your wiring, which can be disastrous. Nothing is as unnerving as returning home from a hard day's job to meet a flooded house, wet floors, and soaked sofa. Also, check your roof for leakages and if the drainage in your area is blocked or filled up, get it cleared to avoid flooding. So 2 things. I laughed because I lived in one house. Now me carry my money go rent that house.
You lived in swimming pool, but you did not know.
You know how I would finish radio in the middle of the night and still drive home, and then I get home, you know, on a rainy day that you're like, and maybe it's a weekend and you're like, thank God, oh, let me just go and rest, oh.
Wahala.
Some landlords can do better, actually.
Yes, they can.
Anyway,
like... You said 2 things, Abby. Was there another thing that...
No, I mean, I said I lived.
Okay, to the glory of God. Okay.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, because...
Are you... I'm on... like, no, these days, I just want a soft life.
Especially all those houses that are soaking water. The place should not be... all those houses that used to soak water, wahala.
I remember. I saw something online of a woman who was, I think, arrested. Loma people caught this person throwing all the dirt in the drums. She was pouring everything in the drainages so that she would not pay Loma fee, and they would not. So they went inside and found that all the drums were empty because she had thrown everything into, you know, all those canals. She went there and she threw everything inside.
What?
I'm like, these people are the problems of this country.
Yes, they are.
How do you behave like this? Because of how much that you're going to pay. So you want to avoid it, and later you'll be shouting government, government, government. We are the government.
It's just sad. That's why in some areas, when it rains, some people dread the rain because you can't control people and what they do. But they know that after the rain, they're the ones that will be picking people's dirt. Everything will just stop in front of their house.
This Lagos.
Especially when you live in houses in areas that are slopey. You where they down, now you they suffer.
This Lagos.
Everything.
Shebi is every year. You not be hearing, governor. Was it governor who was eating those party packs, and he was...
When you come out of your house, you now see dirty red carpet.
Wait on, ma. Wait on, sir. All the things that cannot decompose that you have thrown on this thing, and the rains will now help you bring everything to your doorstep, and you now be there. You'll not be able to come down. You'll now be shouting, this government kill you there.
Nah, party pack red carpet. Wahala. All right, so please do not throw your drainages when it's raining, okay? Okay? You'll be arrested by Loma, let me tell you now. Anyway, last but not the least, stock up on tea and beverages. A hot drink can sometimes help balance the cold weather that is often the aftermath of rain, especially for the younger ones. A hot cup of coffee or tea, either green, chamomile, or ginger tea, can set you up for work on a rainy day, and a cup of hot chocolate for the younglings can complete the mood if you're under the covers at home. I hope you all stay warm, dry, and enjoy a delicious cup of hot tea, coffee, or beverage to brighten up your day.
So me, I don't know whether I just signed out. I don't know. I'm not a beverage person.
So I'm not a beverage person, and I was about to say that what I do is I do pepper soup.
I've
Pepper
never
soup
been.
when it's raining.
I don't know if I was a beverage person. Maybe
Winter.
my cheeks would be as big as this. I don't know, but I'm not.
To the glory of God.
Yes, hallelujah. And then I
Amen.
remember, this reminds me of the beverage my mom promised me when I was in primary school when it was raining, that when we get home, do you know that woman, no, that's in pain.
No wonder I still remember.
Wahala. Well,
Pains of childhood.
Well, she has made so many lovely things for me afterwards.
but that one,
But that one,
Eh.
I don't forget, don't promise me anything in this life, because I'm like, why did you open
why
your mouth
did you
to
open? I swear.
Coco come back and say, I'm sorry, I cannot. But if you don't say, you don't cancel it.
You must still do it.
So she still they owe you for your
I
mind.
don't know, maybe I will.
Mommy, honey pot. Please, honey pot, please.
Please, beverage.
No,
Yeah.
right now, I'm not even there. So,
So should she make hot pepper soup for you?
Yes.
Carry gun, honey pot, carry gun. All right, guys, we've told you 5 ways that you can stay safe this rainy season. But I will say we have a number 6, right? Relationship people.
Hey.
Okay.
I know that it's raining and you're under duvet. You understand?
Relationship, not married people. Oh. Relationship people.
Specifically. Because relationship people don't want us to breathe.
At all.
So relationship people, you can also stay safe this
Stop
season.
committing fornication.
Yes.
By not committing
Committing
fornication.
fornication.
And drinking hot pepper soup.
And stressing our lives.
This is your responsibility.
I don't
Because
understand.
what
Yeah.
nonsense.
We'll now be seeing cozy pictures and videos.
Don't be doing that.
So please, that is our number 6 on our daily top 5.
Pregnancy for one.
No, they will
Yeah.
hear.
Only for, don't even tell them consequently.
No, don't tell them. We
so
just
that
sing the song.
in 9 months' time,
We will come visiting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our daily top 5 for today. We'll be back shortly.